Hello, I am Nimja, and this is How to Enjoy Hypnosis. This file will give some guides and tips on how to enjoy hypnosis or guided meditation audio files. Some of these tips even transfer to text or in-person hypnosis. Most importantly, realize that whatever you feel is right. Everyone has a different way of experiencing things, and what you feel is how you enjoy it. So even these tips are just various approaches on how to enjoy them more. But some of them may not work. Some of them may work much better than you're expecting. But that's fine. Everyone is different, and so are you. Now to start with, to really enjoy an audio file specifically, it helps if you listen with headphones in a quiet environment, with phones, computers, and everything else turned off or on Do Not Disturb. There's nothing quite as annoying as being interrupted during a nice trance. So keep in mind when you set up for listening that you take the time to enjoy it. Now, if you can't find a perfectly quiet place, having some background noise is okay, as long as it doesn't interfere with the recording. Something constant is best, but putting a TV down low can be okay too. Now, when your ears are enjoying the sound, and your mind can enjoy it without being too distracted, it's also important where you listen. Sitting in a very comfortable seat, or better yet, laying down in bed, can be a wonderful way to listen. Of course, some files are more fun to listen outside or when you're in the bus or in a train, but in most cases, having a relaxed position where you can sink down and relax without falling over or hurting yourself is what you'd prefer. Because there is nothing as annoying as being told to drop and then falling over. So, next up is volume. It's tempting to put hypnosis or anything you're listening to very loud, but that's actually not the best way. Too loud sounds can keep you awake. Putting it on a low level where you can easily enjoy everything that is being said or done, but not so loud that it overrules everything else, is usually better. You can experiment as well. Try and put it lower than you would normally listen to and see what happens. You never know. Maybe straining yourself for trying to hear what is being said will actually make you go deeper. But maybe it does not. Experimentation is a good thing. Relaxing is a good thing. And experimenting with relaxation is very good. Now, for most files, and my files specifically, it helps if you listen to multiple files in a row. And with this, you can experiment a lot. You can play with different styles of file, where they take you in one direction and continue in another, giving you a whole adventure to experience. Don't be afraid to try out new things. You never know what you're going to like. Now that we've tackled most of the basics, Let's talk about if you're having some difficulty getting into trance. Using something to focus on, like a spot on the wall or even a nice moving visual, can help. For some people it works distracting, for others it works wonderfully. Just choosing a place to stare and stare until your eyelids are getting too heavy to keep open can be a very nice experience. Just feeling your eyes getting heavier and heavier, your breathing slowing down, and finally getting to that point where your eyes are just too heavy to keep open, too heavy to even think about opening again. Another really nice thing you can do, even if the file does not ask for it, watching your breathing for a while can help you let go of the focus of reality. Even a slight distraction is perfectly fine. Doing hypnosis is not a performance art. It's something you can just let happen to yourself. It's something where you don't have to worry too much about what does or does not happen. And you'll find that the more you let go of the world and expectations, the more can happen. And of course, when more happens, it can be a very, very nice experience. Another tip for those who are having some difficulty is repetition and variation. One hypnotist is not like the other. Some may make you feel much more relaxed than others. Perhaps you prefer a male voice or a female voice. And maybe you even just like seeing things in text. No matter what you like or dislike, it's important to remember that your choices, your tastes, are unique to you and therefore always right. It may take you a while to find what you need, but that's okay, because when you do, it'll be all the better. It'll make it so much easier to relax and just drift into that warm, empty embrace that you crave. It'll make it so much nicer to just let your mind go and drop whenever it is asked of you. Perhaps you'll find that place very easily, and maybe it'll take a while. Now, one last thing. With all these tips and tricks, keep in mind that my voice and my words are not always the answer either. They are just ideas that you can use to improve the situation. They are simply hints to try and maybe succeed. If it doesn't work, that's okay. Everyone is different. Everyone may need a different approach. So take your time. Find out what you need, what you like, and most of all, what you enjoy. Now, 1, 2, 3, slowly waking. 4, 5, more aware. 6, 7, realizing that you were quite floaty. 8, 9, 10, and wake.